Have you ever wondered how breaking news evolved from whispering gossips in ancient times to instant push notifications on your smartphone today? Picture a time before writing, when news traveled through the grapevine of gossip, carried along by songs and stories. These tales of wars, famines, and disasters were passed down through generations, evolving with each retelling. As societies advanced, writing and organized governments emerged, giving birth to a new class of newsbearers. Official messengers, runners, and criers became the voice of authority, announcing crucial updates in public spaces. Can you imagine the scene? In the heart of ancient Greece, a town crier, the precursor to our modern news anchors, would stand in the bustling agora, a kerix in hand. With a booming voice, they'd deliver the latest decrees, victories, or warnings, shaping the narrative of the day. Imagine the town crier in ancient Greece, the predecessor to our modern news anchors, shouting out the latest updates. The evolution of breaking news took a major leap with the invention of the printing press in the 15th century. This ingenious device, credited to Johannes Gutenberg, was a game-changer. It allowed newspapers, pamphlets, and broadsides to be produced in large quantities, enabling information to circulate wider and faster. Suddenly, people could stay updated on current events beyond their immediate surroundings, marking a significant shift in the public's access to news. But the journey didn't stop there. Fast forward to the 19th century, and another revolutionary invention comes into play: the telegraph. This precursor to the internet enabled near-instantaneous communication over long distances. Imagine, for the first time, news being transmitted across continents in mere minutes. This marked another significant shift in the reporting and consumption of breaking news. News was no longer confined to local communities or slow-moving mail. It could now be transmitted across continents in minutes. The 20th century brought another revolution in breaking news with the rise of broadcasting. First, let's step back to the early years of the century when the crackle of radio waves began to fill homes. Radio was the first medium to bring live updates directly into living rooms, kitchens, and even workplaces. The immediacy and intimacy of the spoken word turned news into a shared experience. Imagine, if you will, the collective gasp as the radio announcer reported on the Hindenburg disaster or the bombing of Pearl Harbor, events that unfolded in real time for millions of listeners. As we moved into the mid-20th century, television further transformed how we consume news. With its immediacy and visual storytelling, TV brought the world even closer. Breaking news alerts became a staple of programming, forever changing the pace at which we received information. From the moon landing to the fall of the Berlin Wall, iconic moments in history were broadcasted into living rooms around the world. The turn of the 21st century saw the rise of the internet and mobile technology, completely transforming the landscape of breaking news. Suddenly, information was not just something we consumed, but something we could also produce and share. News websites sprouted up, offering round-the-clock coverage of global events. Social media platforms became new battlegrounds for breaking stories, with tweets and status updates often beating traditional media to the punch. Push notifications on our smartphones meant we no longer had to wait for the morning paper or the evening news. Updates were now literally at our fingertips. And then there's citizen journalism and user-generated content. Ordinary folks, not just professional reporters, began to document and share events as they unfolded, providing a more immediate and diverse perspective on the world around us. As we navigate this era of instant information, the challenge lies not just in keeping up, but in discerning credible sources from misinformation.